Welcome back, everyone. Today we are over here at Disney's Hollywood Studios for Jollywood Nights. Many of you guys know that last year we did not have the greatest time here. We didn't totally feel like it was worth the money. However, they have made some changes overall. I know that they made some changes last year, but they made some changes also for this year, and we're hoping that we have a better time. We're coming a little bit later in the season too to kind of let any of those new additions kind of flesh themselves out, and hopefully we can just have a fun evening. Now, a lot of people dress up for this. Nicole did a pretty good job here, but I am rocking my Pizza Planet long sleeve. However, we're hoping to have a very jolly kind of evening here at Hollywood Studios. Now we are heading in right now. It looks like we have some lines up ahead of us. We did hear right now Fantasmic is going on. It's about halfway through, maybe about 3/4 of the way through. So they did an earlier showing of Fantasmic for anybody that is interested in watching that show ahead of time. That is kind of how it works. We're coming in here very close to 7, by the way, so we didn't come in at 6. That is when you can show up to these parties here at Jollywood. You can actually do a 6 o'clock entrance over at the Magic Kingdom for their Christmas party. You actually can do, I think, like 3 hours early, so not quite as many hours ahead of time here as the Christmas party over at Magic Kingdom. We have our bracelets for the evening. Ours are yellow tonight. I don't know if they change colors, but we are gonna go ahead and get checked in. All right, we got our map here. We have the signage for Jollywood Nights as we are coming in. No snow right now, though. I'm waiting for some snow to happen. I do feel like it happens a little bit more down Hollywood, but you know, we'll keep an eye out for it. We're gonna take a look at the map and look at some of the activities we wanna do. Obviously, we have a few hours, so you kind of have to cram everything in where you can. Looks like a lot of people are coming out right now. We are actually heading over here to the right. Now we are heading in again from the side. This is definitely different than we had last year, maybe because we're coming a little bit later. There is your sign if you guys are interested in taking a photo. Right now, it looks like we have some switchbacks for this, so maybe we'll come back. I don't want to waste too much time for photo ops right now, but I definitely want to get a photo in front of that. You can see that the photo goes from 5:30 to 12:30, so you have quite a bit of time to get that photo taken if you guys are interested. But like I said, we'll come back for it. Just a very long line for it right now, so we'll head back in a few hours. Now that we are actually in the park, we're gonna take a look at the map. I did a little bit of research ahead of time to see kind of things that I wanted to do. One thing I do want to point out, so the show here with the Muppets actually isn't that new from what I'm hearing. It seems pretty similar to what it was last year, so we're probably gonna skip that just to kind of preserve some of the time we do have inside of the park. But we'll be doing a few other shows, maybe some things that we didn't do last year either. Again, there's not a lot of time here. You get about 5 hours or so you kind of have to crunch it in, and that is something that you got to keep in mind. Only 5 hours here to do everything. Now, Jollywood Nights is definitely an event that I look at as like, yes, it's an extra ticketed event, but it's also like spend more money event, and it is very much the same thing this year. You come here for the food and drinks. A lot of times they offer very unique options throughout the entire park for the event only. So unlike over at Magic Kingdom, where you can actually get the free drinks and the cookies, this one is basically just kind of like low wait times, and then you have to buy everything. So it is still something that I do precaution people with, to say you've got to make sure that you understand that you are coming here for kind of the ability to spend a little bit more money here. You obviously can just come and do the shows and do the rides, but a big part of this event is the drinks and food offering. Again, we're gonna take a look at them here, kind of start with something probably, and then kind of head it through. And again, we're gonna show you as much as we can tonight, but just so you guys are aware, that is kind of the theme for this event, is you're coming here to buy more drinks and food while seeing some of the shows, and then obviously the low wait times. There are no ride overlays either, unlike over at the Magic Kingdom for their Christmas party. Again, there's no like holiday decorations or anything inside of these rides. It's just lower wait times. Now, as we are looking over the menu, one thing I really want is just a classic hot cocoa. I feel like I didn't get that last year. It's something that I think is just so iconic, and it is a little cold tonight. Not horrible though, it's pretty nice weather. We'll see what ends up happening. I do see a Mexican hot cocoa cheesecake, and then it looks like we have a dark hot cocoa. So
that'd be good.
That might be the one to go to as we are looking through. Again, you have a very large menu here. Also, one thing I should point out is the Hollywood Brown Derby actually has special dining in there as well. You do have to kind of make a reservation for it. We did not. I don't think we're gonna do it tonight. We'll keep an eye open at some of the reservations available, but just so you guys know, that is another option for the food and drinks.
At 7:30, Disney's Hollywood Studios will transform with holiday glitz and glitter for Disney Jollywood Nights. Separate admission tickets are required to participate in tonight's event and are still available for purchase at guest relations.
Oh, that's unique. I was not expecting them to. He said you can still buy tickets. I feel like it was like sold out a lot last year. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We are 3 minutes away from the party officially starting. It is 7:30 to 12:30, but we are heading over to pick up 2 food items. We are doing, what are they? The
mac and cheese croquettes.
Yes.
And then the spicy Korean chicken funnel cake. That one?
Yes, so that's going to be over at Epic Eats, kind of by the Indiana Jones show, and then Baseline Tap House for those mac and cheese bites, basically, is what they kind of are. So we're heading that direction right now. Like I said, party starts in probably like 2 minutes right now. One thing I do want to point out is they do have annual Passholder exclusive items here as well. So you have the frozen espresso martini, and then the frozen cold brew if you guys are interested in something like that. They also do sell the Gingerbread Bites here, which I do want as well. So maybe we'll pick those up too. Oh, they're making the announcement right now. Here we go. We're starting. Well, I was gonna say that was pretty short, but now the music's going. I think there might be a display over there on the tower. There are the Gingerbread Bites, so at least we have them. We can just kind of snack on them throughout the evening. Now they did a little mini show over there on the Hollywood Tower Hotel. And it looks like they might be making another announcement over here on the Chinese Theater.
Tell them how you've been on a gingerbread hunt lately.
I have been looking for gingerbread for a very long time. Actually not that long, a few days, but I've been like really just like wanting it super bad. So hopefully these kind of fix it. Little dink, here we go, some sugar crystals on there. Decently soft. It's not the most gingerbready thing, but there's a good amount of gingerbread flavor in there. It's subtle enough, and I like it. These are a nice little snack. It'll be nice to just kind of like walk around and have something that you could just kind of like pop in your mouth and go if you want them. So I like these. As I'm finishing mine, I'm like, oh, I like it actually a lot more. How do you like the flavor? She's not a huge gingerbread fan, but you don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I would definitely prefer it with like a little bit of like icing, like a glaze on top to help sweeten it. But overall, these aren't bad. It's nice and like firm on the outside and really soft inside. So I think for like, what, $4, this is not bad.
We have a beautiful Christmas tree all lit up, and we are actually heading that direction right now over to Epic Eats to pick up our first item, or I guess kind of second item since we have these already. Now we are gonna pick up our Gertie Cookie here because it is wrapped, so at least we're gonna have it so we can eat it later, which is always a nice plus. So they've got plenty of them over here. I remember last year this line was crazy long, so it looks like this year not too bad, at least right away. We also have Max over here in his Power Line outfit. Now there is a photo pass opportunity here if you guys are interested in meeting Max in the Power Line outfit. Again, a decently long line here. It's something to always keep in mind when you guys are doing any of these parties. The character meet and greet photos can be kind of a wait here, but he is doing one here, and I think Phineas and Ferb should be around here too somewhere. This is the wrapper I was telling you about, so if you guys are interested, you can pick it up. It's not sealed at the top, so that is something to kind of keep in mind, but it's just nice because you can still put it in your bag and then have it later. So we have it now, and we'll always be able to just grab it at some point along with our little treats. Either way, we are heading right over here to Epic Eats right around the corner for our very first item tonight. We wanted to have something a little bit more savory to start the night off. Now over here by Indiana Jones, it actually looks like we have a Chip and Dale meet and greet doing their fun stuff over here. Let's see if I can get a closer look. So they are wearing kind of a tropical theme there, but they do have a Christmas tree in the background. But again, the line goes all the way down there, wrapped around the corner. So again, we're gonna try and do some of these later in the night. I feel like a lot of people are trying to knock them out earlier, so hopefully we can come back and do some of these in the later evening. Over here by the Backlot Express, we have Baloo here doing a meet and greet all on his own. Got a little like captain outfit, it looks like over there, if you guys can see. So that's pretty nice too. Got a Christmas tree in the background full of presents. The Celebrity Spotlight brings you Celebrity Stitch over here, as we can see right here, or Santa Stitch, not Celebrity Stitch, but you can meet him. Looks like that is quite the long line back there. Yeah, that is a posted 75-minute wait. It's gonna be a darker vlog tonight. I might switch over to the handheld, see if I can get a little bit more light in. We might lose a little bit of quality, but I think we'll gain a little bit more visual because you might be able to see a little bit more. Right now, the low light is definitely kind of hurting. I can turn this down a little bit, but we're kind of in the same boat there. We have our two options here, again, savory. So we have our mac and cheese, like croquettes, and then we have it's like a Korean spicy chicken, like waffle
cake
thing. Yeah, the funnel cake's on there, and that's, I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. Smells potent, so I'm hoping there's a lot of flavor in there. And it looks like it's topped with some sort of slaw.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's pretty good. So it's definitely not spicy. It almost has like a barbecue flavor, but it's definitely not barbecue. It's something Asian. The chicken's nice and crispy. The funnel cake is nice and crispy, but it's not super sweet. And the slaw is like a nice crunchy vinegar. I really wanted this, and then I was really nervous. Now I'm really glad we got it. I like it a lot.
So this is an interesting meal option here. So there's some sweetness in there from the sauce. Nicole thinks it tastes pretty similar to like the lettuce wraps from P.F. Chang's, if you ever had those, and definitely am getting that vibe. The chicken's actually pretty decent. A lot of the waffle on the bottom there, and it's definitely giving you like a chicken and waffle kind of, maybe like a Korean style dish. Not spicy at all, but so far, yeah, I actually like the chicken dish here. Again, a little bizarre at first. I had to get used to it, but after like the second, third bite, it definitely is like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. Now I'm gonna have Nicole cut this right down the center so we can kind of get an internal look at the mac and cheese in there. Again, I feel like it's kind of just like a mac and cheese bite ball thing here. Maybe there's a specific reason it's a croquette because of the batter or whatever, but definitely looks like a nice solid mac and cheese ball.
So it's definitely like a loaded mac and cheese. Like there's almost some like bacon or some ham in there. And maybe like a little green onion or jalapeno. I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit cheesier. It's not bad. Let me try the sauce though. I wish the sauce was warm. It's like cold out of the fridge. Oh, the sauce is weird. It's like Tabasco, spicy, but like a creamy Tabasco. It's interesting. I thought I was gonna love these. They're okay, but they're interesting to say the least.
We have Mary Poppins meet and greets over there. It doesn't look like she is over there herself, but we do have some of the characters over there. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know what I think about this here. So the base of it is definitely lacking a little bit of cheese, I'll say that. I definitely can agree with Nicole on that. A mac and cheese croquette or whatever, I feel like you should be able to tell it's mac and cheese. And there's some other flavors in there. It's not bad by any means. It's just not super flavorful. I'm gonna try some of the sauce. She did say it's pretty spicy, so I'm a little nervous for it, but I'm gonna try it either way. So it completely changes the flavor of it. It is pretty spicy, not the spiciest thing ever, but yeah, it definitely has some kick. I think it is a Tabasco base there, but I feel like that is such an overwhelming flavor that you kind of miss out on some of the actual croquette there. So not a bad dish here. I do think I like the spicy chicken, like whatever thing this is from Epic Eats a little bit more. These aren't bad, but again, it's just, they're not super flavorful. And then once you add the sauce, again, that's your primary flavor. So you kind of miss out on what these should be. Just to show you guys some of the wait times here, again, it is 8:06, and we are looking at pretty much some 5-minute waits. We have 10 minutes for Toy Story Mania, 13 minutes for Tower of Terror, which typically means it is a walk-on 15 for Mickey and Minnie's. We've got Slinky at 30 and Rock at 35 down here. Right now, it looks like we are temporarily closed for Rise. So some short lines, even with one of the rides and one of their most popular rides being down. Just to show you, definitely lower wait times today. Last year, opening day was very, very busy. I remember there were still almost like 60-minute long waits for Rise. So we'll see what ends up happening throughout the night, maybe as it gets going. But considering they had tickets for sale, I think it's probably going to be a majority of the wait times. We're going to try this cookie out here to make it fit in the bags. We broke the head off here. So let's try it out. It's kind of more like almost like a butter cookie or something. I thought it was gonna be more like really heavily sugared. It's more like a butter cookie, or like a biscuit cookie, if you know what I'm talking about.
These just remind me of like the basic sugar cookies they have in Magic Kingdom, like the Mickey ear one with like the blue frosting and the pink frosting.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting like some sort of like biscuit cookie. I don't know how to explain it. There's like those really basic cookies. Either way, we're gonna come check out some of the exclusive merch for the event over here. Another thing that is kind of exclusive to Jollywood Nights is their exclusive merchandise. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. It looks like we have the gingerbread mascot over here. What is his name? Ollie, right? I think it's Ollie. And he is all over the Spirit jersey here for Hollywood. No, oh, did it say Jollywood or did it say okay? I thought it said Hollywood Nights. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so Hollywood Studios, Jollywood Nights. We have some ears here that Nicole is checking out. How do you like them? Are they?
Yeah, they're always so heavy, and I wear headbands every day, so I would know.
They look. Oh yeah, it says Happy Holidays. That's funny. Let's see, we have some shirts here. Let's go see if we can find the shirt on display so I don't have to pull it off. I think it's right there. As you can see, the design. It's kind of fun. And over here, this is the long sleeve Spirit jersey there. I don't think you could buy the Dapper outfits. Right here we have mugs for Jollywood Nights with Ollie on it. They are definitely utilizing his face for the merchandise. On the back it says Hollywood Studios, and that is $20 for those. Let's see what we have around the corner. It looks like we have some ornaments here for Jollywood Nights. I think we get one on the way out, and we do. We have pins with Ollie on it here, and it does say Jollywood Nights. So there's nothing that depicts that it is 2024 on there outside of the actual casing, but on the pin itself, I don't see anything for that. I think the last item here is this bag, which says Jollywood Nights. This does say 2024. Again, I feel like if I'm going to buy exclusive merch, I do want it to say the year, so that way, you know, it is a little bit more memorable. Let's see inside. We have some design there.
And that does have a
little hook. So if you guys are interested in something like that, $65 for that. This is Lug brand though, which I think is kind of like the new thing. You know, I feel like it was Loungefly, now it's Lug. So if you guys are interested, like I said, Lug bag, 65. Wow, look at this line. I think Santa meets back here, if I am not mistaken. I think he's in. It is not for Pizza Rizzo, I do not believe. I think he is inside somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is where Santa's meeting. Also, you can see Santa up top. Over at the Ice Cold Hydraulics booth over here, they do have a Duffy treat, and then it looks like kind of a Jack Daniels treat, which is interesting because there's not a lot of Duffy representation over here at Disney World, and I feel like a lot of people really do enjoy that character. Maybe we'll start to see a little bit more of it. Also, if that was the Santa Claus line for the meet and greet, that thing was super long, so that's kind of crazy. Oh look, there's a little photo op right here, and pretty much nobody in line. Another photo op over here with a little tag on it. Not quite as nice in my opinion as the one with the trees in the background, but still not too bad. Also, ABC Commissary doesn't look to have too many people in it right now, so not a bad time to go if you guys are interested. It feels like right now, again, today's a Monday, feels like it's not very busy. I like that these are changing colors as we're walking by, these little ornaments that are going red to green, but we are heading back over this direction right now. They have like an ice skating show up in the center here. I'm gonna go see if it's going on. I saw lights. Well, unfortunately, it looks like it is not going on right now, which is okay. We'll have to check back. I think it is posted, so I think we can find the times for it. Pretty small here. I did hear mediocre things about it, so we'll see what we think. They also have a Christmas popcorn bucket, which is Mike and Sully there. I think you can get that during normal hours though, so I don't think it's anything exclusive to the party from what I'm seeing. Now we are coming over here to a new addition this year, which is for kind of like Latin music, I think. There was kind of a part last year over in front of ABC Commissary.
Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile.
Now I am going to pick up some hot chocolate. I don't know if Nicole's picking up her drink. She wants to pick up like one of the Joffrey's cast member drinks there. but I do want to try. I was gonna get just like a classic one. This is a dark chocolate with like a cherry whipped cream or something on top. So hopefully it's still pretty good, but I like a dark chocolate hot chocolate. It's something that I actually almost prefer. There's these little like K-cups that I used to have back home in Chicago, and it was like my favorite thing ever. It was a dark chocolate, hot chocolate, and they were super, super good. So I've actually been a fan of that version. So hopefully this is just as good, if not better. But again, the cherry topping, don't know how that's gonna go. It might go really well with the dark chocolate flavor though. Now this is our hot chocolate here. The image seemed to have like more of a white and red top instead of like a, I don't know, like blood red top up here. So I don't know, I guess we're gonna find out how good this is. And then we did end up going with the cookies over here. So we'll let you guys know what we think. It tastes like maraschino cherries, like in a whipped cream.
But it also
right?
almost tastes a little cream cheesy.
Yeah, what is it, a cream cheesy topping? I don't know, I'll have to read. There is something I thought extra about it, but we're gonna find out if it's any good with the hot chocolate. Phineas and Ferb are meeting right around the corner. I'll show you guys in a second. See if I can. All right, well, I can't really get this. Hold on one sec. I finally broke through. It's a mess. It's hard to drink. Give me a sec. I did get a little bit, so I think it went back up there. Son of a gun. It's not bad. The hot cocoa isn't my favorite, unfortunately. For a dark hot chocolate, it's okay. And this is so thick on top, it's actually hard to get to. So I don't know how they could better do this. Maybe just put less on top. If you like that flavor though, there's a lot of that whipped cream up there, but it is very hard to drink because it's like you're trying to drink through and it goes like almost down to like that little line that you can see. It is just full of whipped cream. So a little hard to drink, but it's okay. Maybe if I can get more into it, I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, it's hard to get actual hot chocolate.
I think that's really good. The hot cocoa is really rich. I love dark chocolate though, so dark cocoa is right up my alley. I don't love the topping, but there's a little hole in the cream like right there to get the hot cocoa flowing, and it is really good. So maybe give it another taste now that like it's moving.
So when you get the actual hot chocolate, I do think you can get more flavor there, and it's rich. You know, there's a lot of flavor to it. I know that the hot chocolate over at the Magic Kingdom for the Mickey's Christmas party can be almost a little, just more milky almost versus like hot chocolatey. There is a very strong flavor with this one, which is good. So I like that you get a lot of that flavor, but what I am getting is a lot of that cherry on top. And I said I wasn't sure if it was gonna work out. I don't really love the flavor combination, but the hot chocolate underneath is good. It's rich, it's flavorful, more than their like milk chocolate, to my knowledge. So I would say maybe you could get it and just ask for no, you know, cherry, but then you're kind of just getting a basic hot chocolate. Maybe you just get the other one. I don't know. Well, we have our cookies here, and we don't really know how you eat it. I guess you just kind of like peel layers off, but it looks like there is like some sort of jam or jelly
So
on the
try
inside.
this piece because there was no jam in this one, and I know like sometimes fruit filling isn't your thing. So now these two layers have the jam in them. So like, let's try that one.
That is actually a pretty good flavor overall, though. I do like the flavor of the cookie
Just
and the
on the
frosting.
way.
Yeah,
That's really good,
you
though.
can see like it's just in the center. Oh, yeah, right. It's just a drop of it. That's crazy. So you don't get a lot of jam there.
Which is maybe a good thing if you're not a fruit. Oh,
Oh, and there goes.
oh, there it goes.
Our only jam just fell on the floor. Over here is the Phineas and Ferb meet and greet line, by the way. I don't think we're gonna do that one right now. Again, that's a long line. Phineas and Ferb has a very long line. Wow. They just made an announcement for Glisten, so we're heading over there. But like I said, I don't know how the actual setup's gonna be. Hopefully we'll get a nice spot, just because, again, there's not a lot of viewing angles here. Oh, look at this. They're doing a character right here. Looks like we're getting Mickey. A Mickey hat, or a Christmas hat on Mickey here in a minute. Look at that. So if you want to stand, you can be on the outside over here, around the outside circle. If you want to sit anywhere on the inside, so you can see people sitting up front there. So we're gonna stand on the outside over here.
When the lights are aglow, there's a feeling of wonder in the ice and the snow. You know it's time to make this Jollywood party come alive.
On our journey to throw the ultimate holiday celebration. But if we want this party to be the best, then we need to borrow a little magic from all of our favorite You all came dressed to impress this evening, so now it's our turn to add an extra dose of glitz and glamour. So with deepest pride and greatest pleasure, we hope you'll be our guest for the ultimate holiday celebration. Be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test.
Sir, try the great stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes! Wait a minute, there's only one candy cane left.
And don't mind if I do.
I think this one's mine.
Hey, you get back here with that!
That's
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I never knew that we could have this much fun. Decorating, celebrating all through the season, spreading cheer and joy to everyone. So don't stop working till it's time to ignite. It's a holly type of feeling on a Jollywood night.
During the show, or I guess right before the show, Nicole actually ended up picking up this drink here, which was that Passholder drink, and she said it was strong, right?
It is strong. It's a frozen Joffrey's coffee. No, it's a frozen espresso martini, and it's very heavy on the liqueur.
I was not as impressed for that show. You said you kind of liked it though?
I thought it was cute. I think we've seen better ice skating shows, especially at SeaWorld. SeaWorld has a really good ice skating show. And then we've seen like 2 or 3 on the cruise now. So I think like this was the worst of the ice skating shows, but I don't think it was like a bad show in general, if that makes sense what I'm trying to say.
I think for me, I didn't love it. I thought it was something I would probably skip in the future. A big thing that they have an issue with there is it's not a lot of space, so they can't get like momentum to do like big tricks. So it's a lot of like just dancing with the skates, and to me, like you're almost better to just like remove the skates and just kind of like move around, because I don't think they're really skating much. Again, there's not a lot of space. No fault to the actual like performers there, it's just they don't have the space to actually be performing, I'm assuming, how they actually want to perform, which would be to, you know, get some momentum, do these like tricks and things like that. So it wasn't bad. The music was okay. Some kind of cringy parts to it, but I think they're kind of like utilizing things that people know to try and like get you to hang out there, where I don't feel like people are that into it overall. A few fun moments with it. I don't think it was my favorite thing. So it looks like Nicole is tapping out with the martini there. I guess, what's your final thoughts there? I tried a few sips. It seemed pretty strong.
It's very chocolatey, very, very heavy on the alcohol flavor. So not bad if that's what you're going for, but it's a little too rich. I feel like I've been using that word a lot tonight to describe things. It's a little too rich for me right now. I was stuck between this and the sugar cookie martini. I was like, ooh, like, I like coffee, but I think this was more chocolate than like an espresso martini.
I think I would agree. It just wasn't my favorite thing. Not that it was like bad, but it was definitely pretty alcohol-y, a lot more chocolate. But yeah, pretty strong and rich for sure, especially when we've been having some sweets right now. I think that's kind of the last thing that either of us want. A lot of people are waiting for the show already. Again, it's in about 25 minutes. It is the only showing, by the way, is at 10 p.m. So if you guys are wanting to watch this, there is only one showing. I think last year it was at like 11 or 12. I think it was pretty late, and I think a lot of people were leaving by then. So they went ahead and did it a little earlier so more people could see it. Kind of makes sense. While we are waiting for the show to start, I do want to show you, it actually got up to 80 minutes now for Rise, 15 for Smugglers, 35 for Slinky up there, 35 for Toy Story Mania. All right, we are just about 1 minute away from Jingle Bam, or no, Jingle Jam, Jingle Bam. I'll get it one day. Oh, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't even get it right.
Bells, Jingle Bam.
They yelled the Bam. This is the first time they weren't like spot on with the time. I wonder if they're waiting for the music or not. Let's see.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, okay, they
Naughty
were.
or nice. Disney's Hollywood Studios invites you to join us for our Holly Jolly Holiday Spectacular. Get ready for a rockin' good time and enjoy Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell!
Around the Christmas tree and the Christmas party hop.
Mission from the big guy himself, Santa Claus. And to make sure the site is holly jolly, I'm sending in our top prep and landing team, Lenny and Wayne. It's classified Kringle level 9, but prep and landing are an elite unit of elves who get houses around the world ready for the big guy's arrival. Their mission, get in, get out, never be noticed. Oh, Lenny, Wayne, where are you?
Right here, Jingle Bells. Okay, we need stealth and speed. This calls for Thrasher the Reindeer. Dasher, good buddy, get us out of here.
Close at hand. You better pay attention now, cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you haven't shaken, there's something very wrong. Jingle Bam! Thank you for joining us at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
We are making our way over to the Tower of Terror as we just finished up the show there on the Chinese Theater, and it was a good show. You know, it's not my favorite. I definitely like the ones from Magic Kingdom's, Very Merry Christmas Party. I think it is better over there, but I do think it was still fun. It's pretty entertaining. It's very loud up there. I don't know why. I felt the same way during the ice skating show. I just feel like the audio is just a little too loud. I think they need to turn it down just a hair, but that's okay. And it was fun. I like that they try and incorporate more fireworks. Obviously not quite as grand as Epcot or Magic Kingdom, but it is still kind of fun to see. And we didn't get to see it last year because it was raining. We left a little bit early and kind of just were like, all right, we're okay to just kind of get out of here. So we didn't get to see it. And I think it was later, like I mentioned. I think it was at either 11 or 12. I'm almost certain last year. I don't think it was at 10. So this year we did finally get to see it. And it was a nice little show. I'm glad we got to actually do it this time. But either way, like I said, we're gonna go start doing a few rides. I mean, if you're here at an after hours event, definitely one of the perks is to have these short wait times. When we get off of Tower, we'll end up right over here by the Tip Top Club or the Soiree, and we'll spit out over there and we'll go ahead and hang out there for a little while to show you guys what goes on over there.
The time is now, on an evening very much like the one we have just witnessed.
Well, this has been nice. It's going to be close to a walk-on here. Went right into the pre-show room. Now we are coming out here, and not long lines at all. Look at this, we're getting right in row 3. We are heading over here to Rock and Rollercoaster. Now, if you guys have not heard, by the way, this isn't quite the video to do it, but we'll talk about it just a little bit. Muppets is being confirmed to basically be removed. Muppets 3D, the whole theater over there, I think is going to be the building for the new Monsters, Inc. area that they are bringing to the park, and they are redoing Rock and Rollercoaster with the theme of the Muppets. Not sure I love it. Don't know. I'm not gonna judge it yet. We'll see what ends up happening. I don't know if that is kind of the vibe I would get with Rock and Roller Coaster. Now, I have been noticing a lot of the times they're going up, but we are in kind of a weird spot where there's not a lot of shows until about, I don't know, 11 or so. Well, it looks like, unfortunately, the Rock and Roller Coaster has broken down. Lights were on, it powered down the track, so we are moving on now. Now you might be able to see some of the lights going on over there at the Pixar Disco, I think is what they're calling it, over at the Pixar Plaza over here. It doesn't seem as bumping as I thought it was going to be, but we'll see what's happening. So we do see Frozone, we do see Edna, we see Mike. Oh, we see Sadness over here. That's unique. There is Mike having a fun little dance. Now, while we're over here, we're gonna head over to Toy Story Mania. That was about a 15-minute wait. Went down from 30 to 25, now it's at 15, so it is trending down. Should be pretty quick. Rise is 45, Muppet Vision 10. Let's see, Mickey and Minnie, oh, just shifted on us here. Slinky is at 40, Toy Story at 15, probably not gonna be that even. Oh, this is cycling through pretty quick, so Mickey and Minnie's is 10 there. Tower still 13, so yeah, really not too bad of wait times. Like I said, we did see Rise get up to 80 earlier, so we do have Donald and Daisy right up front as you're coming down here. I like that they have nice photo backdrops too. And we have Goofy and Pluto over on this end. Pretty empty back here in all honesty though. And here we go, 15. I feel like lines have been going very quick. Even Rock wasn't going to be 30 minutes posted there, was probably going to be 10. One last treat before we go, it's going to be the Agent P Croissant, and it is down here. It is smaller than we thought. There it is. It does smell pretty minty, so if you guys don't like something minty, you probably won't like this, but we'll try the flavor and let you guys know what we think. I'm going to try this out. I was going to cut into it, but I figured we'll just go ahead and just bite in. Like I said, it does smell minty. It smells like, not like a peppermint or anything. It's kind of a little fake smelling, but we'll see. Well, I will say it is a decent flavor. It's kind of that croissant. It almost, I thought it was going to be more of like a waffle based on like how it was designed, but I tried to show the inside. It is pretty messy overall, but there's a few different things when it comes to mint. There's what I call like the popular mint, where people like certain mint things. I feel like there's a few mint ice creams that people like, but they don't like mint. And then there's like the strong mint flavors. And this starts to teeter on that strong mint flavor, but doesn't quite get to the point where it's overwhelming. So it's not too minty, but it definitely has more of that real mint versus kind of like the everybody likes mint flavor. So if you don't like mint, I don't think you would love it, but it's not too strong, but definitely leans more in that category, if you know what I mean. We are going to check on that photo op that we saw when we first walked in, and then we'll close out giving you our thoughts on whether we think the entire event in general has changed enough, and whether or not we would recommend this to somebody as a Christmas event here at Disney World. I am pretty surprised that it is still a decently long line to get this photo, but we're gonna wait this one out. This is the one we really wanted to take here, but again, it was very busy. You can see the switchback signs down here. Okay, so we got the champagne flavored marshmallows here. Now that we have found some light here out in the parking lot, let's talk just a little bit about our thoughts and feelings on Jollywood Nights. So overall, coming into the evening, Nicole and I knew that it was going to be an event that you were going to be spending money. You were going to be buying drinks and food, right? I think like we talked about it ahead of time.
This time we knew.
And so we have the Disney card, the Visa card. We actually just switched over for more travel points instead of Disney points. And we had like, I don't know, $120 or $130. And we're like, let's just like load up the points onto that. Yep. And we're like, we'll just use that for the night. So we knew it ahead of time. So we didn't really like spend money that way. We did buy a Spirit jersey. So to be fair, we did spend money on that. But overall, like we knew ahead of time, we had the card set up and ready to go. However, I said it really early on, that is still a majority of this event is money, or not money, but I guess like
additional
food.
Items.
Yeah, so you're spending money, but it's food and drinks. So you still could do the shows and rides and everything like that, but is that what you want out of
a holiday event?
Exactly. So I don't know if I would recommend this to somebody. As far as a Disney extra Christmas event, I don't know if I would recommend this because it feels like an after hours event. We talk about this, which is basically you get a few hours to just like ride the rides. And if you want to do that, that's great. But the shows do fall a little flat, all of them. You know, I think when you're so used to Magic Kingdom.
I was going to say it's really hard to compare an event here to an event at the Magic Kingdom, where like they're doing a projection on like the theater here and it falls flat to the Magic Kingdom. So I think it's very hard to compete when the Magic Kingdom does such a good event. And you also get like the cookies, the treats, the candy, like you get those perks that justify paying the price of those holiday events that you're just missing here. And it's falling short. It's a nice after hours event, but I'd call it more that than like a holiday event.
1000%. And you know, we talked about this throughout the night just to kind of confirm it, right? Because we came last year, we kind of poo-pooed on it a little bit. And, you know, the following weeks, they started to make some changes and people said, you know, it got a lot better. There's more, you know, character meet and greets, things like that. And that's fine. I just don't think the value is still there for this event, for me personally. And, you know, for Nicole, I think overall, we talked about it's like, I would almost just rather do 2 very Merry Christmas parties versus 1 and 1. And we weren't going to come this year. And we're like, you know what? Let's try it again. They changed things up last year and we didn't give it a second chance last year. And this year, they've had a full year to plan and do things ahead of time. And it wasn't bad because we knew what we were getting into, like I said.
But it was better. I mean, there was more things this year than last year.
For sure. Like they put the little like show right up front, like the ice skating show, and you know, we actually watched the nighttime show on the
characters.
It's just like it felt like they upped it for sure. I just don't know if it's really the show or the event to do. I would really highly recommend if you guys are interested in doing a Christmas party, definitely Magic Kingdom. I think 100%. Everything over there at Magic Kingdom it's amazing. You get a lot of included goodies with it. You know, you're getting the cookies, you're getting the different drinks. It feels active throughout. You get the ride overlays. So here there's no ride overlays. I feel like that's a big thing when you don't have a ride overlay. It's like, well, I could do the ride, but it's the same ride that I could do in the afternoon or tomorrow or yesterday. Like, it doesn't matter. Where a ride overlay, it's like, well, it's only going to be like this for the event. And that's a big deal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I would just say you got to keep that in mind. You're coming here with the idea that a majority of the event is about spending extra money on food and drinks. So if you're okay with that, then I think it is worth it. If you want to get dressed up and really, you know, put on that persona, I do think, you know, a lot of people were having fun with it. But that is just kind of, they do. And I would just kind of preface that whole thing, though, is one big aspect of the entire event is food, drinks, spending more money. And if that isn't something you're wanting to do, I just don't think I would recommend it. If I were to recommend something, like I said, 100% Magic Kingdom, Christmas. Mickey's Christmas, I would do it twice versus 1 and 1 if I were you. However, I would still try it at least one time at some point, especially if you're a local, just to try out the event. Maybe there's other things that we just don't enjoy as much that other people do, and maybe that's why. However, we still did have a good time tonight. I still think it was, you know, a nice night out, but it does start to fall flat throughout the evening. It starts to get a little bit more boring. You're feeling like, what's kind of going on next? And you're kind of just like waiting around, where it feels like over at Magic Kingdom, you feel like you don't have enough time. Yeah, you just get done. You're like, wow, like I need to come back because I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. Here, it feels like you have excess time, which is crazy to think because it's only 5 hours. Yeah, so either way, that is our entire review of Jollywood Nights for this year, 2024. Things can always change. I don't think we'll do this in the future unless they make some significant changes, and then we'll have to reevaluate. But I don't think this will be on the docket for the next year or two if it is going to be pretty much the same things. So if you did enjoy hanging out with us here today either way, please give this video a thumbs up. It seriously helps so much. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.